starts now.
Streaming on THSlive.com. And now to today's top story. Earlier today, 2 to 3 gunmen took dozens of hostages and killed at least 3 people. This situation took place at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Mali in the heart of Africa. The attacks are believed to be in retaliation for the hotel hosting diplomatic delegations and peace talks for a former French colony that has been battling Islamic extremists. There were 170 guests staying at the hotel when the attacks began, but it is not known how many were actually taken as hostages. As for now, no group has taken responsibility for this attack.
Every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving accident. And every day in America, another 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. On average, 2 out of 3 people will be involved in a drunk driving crash sometime in their lifetime. The Alabama Sports Festival Foundation, along with THS students Ashley Pope, Brianna DeWild, and Matt McKinley, hope to change those numbers. This year, these ACSF students ambassadors are campaigning against drunk driving and texting while driving in hopes to saving more lives.
It puts other people in harm's way, and it can be very dangerous, and it has killed lots of people over the past years. So it's a very dangerous thing, and I think that it should be stopped.
The petition was created by leaders of the ACF and was provided to ambassadors to promote in their schools and community. The purpose of this petition is to encourage people to pledge against drunk driving and texting while driving in an effort to make our communities safer and even save lives. If you're interested in taking the pledge, the petition has been handed out to teachers to pass out around this time. You can also visit the website at acsfoundation.net.
While working to teach engineering classes at Clear and Thompson High Schools, helping students design prosthetic legs and utility vehicles for developing countries, and fostering a relationship between Alabaster and Honduras over the past few years, Brian Copes has had an impact in many students' lives.
So community service has always been a big part of my life, but to me there's nothing more rewarding than giving of yourself to help others in need. And that's one of the reasons I probably became a teacher, is this is a vocation, kind of a passion to where I can give the knowledge that I know and give it away to somebody else. It's kind of a...
Copes was named one of People Magazine's top 5 teachers in the nation in 2012, and then took the title of Best Environmental Educator in 2014. And now, Copes has received the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. The award, which honors Copes' lifelong commitment to building a stronger nation through volunteer service, is the highest educator volunteer award given by the White House and recognizes Copes for having more than 4,000 volunteer hours. Now let's take a look at what's going on around our school in today's announcements.
The THS senior class now has their own Remind 101 updates. Text at THS CO 2016 to 81010 for important information and reminders. Today is the last day of HOSA Week. Support the Health and Sciences Academy by challenging someone to buy a lemon for a $1 donation. All donations will be sent to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Mr. Davis's advanced design craft students are selling glass pendants for $5 in the library. All profits will be used to buy a new glass kiln for bigger projects. Come by and shop for Christmas presents to support the art department. Mr. Huggins is sponsoring a toy drive for children at the First Light Homeless Shelter in downtown Birmingham. To contribute, please bring toys to room 111 by December 9th. Today for lunch, we will be having spicy chicken sandwich, cheesy pizza, roasted rainbow vegetables, garden salad, or a variety of fruit. On Monday, we are having cheesy mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce, spaghetti with garlic roll, roasted broccoli, garden salad, and a variety of fruit. That's all for today's announcements. Tune in every week for your needs to know around our school.
So Chase, I know the basketball teams have had a few games already. How are they doing?
They're doing really well, actually. They played Calera Tuesday. Both girls and boys won, and then they went to Clay Truffle last night and girls and boys.
And they did very good
Yeah.
at that. I was actually there.
Yeah, they both won, and so they're 3-0, so doing really well. I think they'll have a good year this year. But speaking of basketball in general, the NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors, are having a great season. I'll tell you more about that in today's sports. So to come on THS TV, I'll tell you which basketball player has shot his way to the top.
And I'll tell you what's right with our schools.
As we approach the third week of high school football playoffs, the games are being more and more important. In 7A, we have come down to 4 teams remaining. In the first season, in the semifinal, McGill-Tulane Yellow Jackets will travel to take on the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. McGill-Tulane is 11-1, while Central Phoenix is 9-3. For the other semifinal, the 10-2 Hoover Bucks will travel to a few miles away to Jaguar Stadium to take on their crosstown rivals, the 11-1 Spain Park Jags. In 6A, there is 8 teams remaining. In the 4th-seeded Bessemer City Purple Tigers will travel to Alexander City to take on 2nd seed Benjamin Russell. From Region 3, the seeded Okalika Bulldogs will travel to the 1-seeded Spanish Fort Toros from Region 1. The undefeated Clay Chalkville Cougars will be hosted by Minor High School in Adamsville. Finally, Austin High School, who beat 2 of the top 7A teams in regular season, will be hosted by the Gardendale Rockets. Tune in on Tuesday for a recap of tonight's game and a preview of next Friday's 6A semifinals. Last Tuesday, LeBron James passed Jerry West for the 19th all-time score for last year with 25,193 career points. James passed West during the Cavaliers' 104-99 loss to the Detroit Pistons. James finished with 30 points. James said to pass a legend like West was a huge honor. Jerry West is known for his success with the Lakers and being the only person on the losing team to win the NBA Finals MVP award. He is also known as the logo for the NBA modeled after. In other NBA news, last night the undefeated Golden State Warriors took on the 6-4 LA Clippers. The Clippers flew ahead in the first quarter with a 41-25 lead. For the rest of the game, the Warriors would be fighting back from a 23-point deficit, but with under 5 minutes to go in the final quarter, the defending NBA champions rallied to a comeback and win 124-117, with Steph Curry scoring 40 points and shooting 8 of 9 on three-pointers in the fourth quarter, and Klay Thompson also put up 25, and Harrison Barnes added 21 for the Clippers. Chris Paul scored a season-high 35, and Blake Griffin scored 27. That's all for today's sports. Tune in on Tuesday when reporter Noah Peavy takes us to the mat with a recap of last week's Red and Black duels. Now back to Camille with more news.
One of the biggest honors a teacher can get is being recognized by their peers. At Thompson, this comes in the form of Teacher of the Year, and the recipient this year is close to THS TV's heart. Follow reporter Michaela Williams as she highlights the member of our team who received Teacher of the Year.
I decided I want to be a teacher because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. The thing I love about teaching is you get to do something every day that's a little different from the day before, and you get to see that light bulb go off in someone's head. And there's nothing more rewarding to me than to see a student who was really struggling at the beginning, or those that had completely said, I will never get this, and then to see that light go off is really rewarding. It's really exciting. And so that's the thing that got me into teaching. I get to do the thing that I went to school for, which was TV and film, and I get to teach people how to be the next journalists of the world and see them impact other people's lives as well. So it's been a really great 9 years. I'm really excited to get to represent my fellow teachers, and it's been really exciting for me.
Congratulations, Teacher of the Year. Miss Dennis got Teacher of the Year.
I was really shocked, actually. All the administrators came in my room and were talking to me and kind of revealed it in a really surprising way. And so I was really shocked. I was honored, to have all my peers vote for me as someone they think as being a good teacher. It was really an honorable thing. It was really exciting.
Brooke Dennis has been a teacher at THS for 9 years, and the school hasn't been the same since. Not only does Dennis teach 2 foundation in arts, TV, and film classes, an intro to television class, a television and production class, an advanced television and production class, but she is also executive producer of THS TV. She is behind the production of school events such as the Talent Show, the Cinderella Pageant, and the Queen of Hearts Pageant. She and her team also live stream each home football and basketball game. Students and teachers have noticed her hard work and believe she completely deserves the honor of Teacher of the Year.
I believe Miss Dennis got Teacher of the Year because not only does she go out of her way to do things, but anytime a teacher comes by and asks her to do something, she does it. I mean, anytime you see teachers just walking in and out of the classroom, if it's Miss Gainey asking her to do something, if it's burning off a CD, and then not to mention that she helps plans events like the pageants and she does the talent show, and I don't think THS could really run as smoothly as it does without her.
Well, not only is Miss Dennis a teacher, but she is also a mentor for everybody at Thompson High School and the Alabaster City school systems. She teaches, she builds great departments for the school system, and for the past 9 years, she's achieved several things with her leadership and guidance, including state awards, scholarships, and acknowledgments for her students that are under her guidance. Miss Dennis and her students are above and beyond what this school offers. She promotes all departments. She does a new show every day. Miss Dennis is a Wonder Woman and is the best mentor, teacher, and she's the one person that is much deserved of this award. So thank you, Ms. Dennis, for all that you've done for Thompson and Alabaster City School and everything that you'll continue to do.
To show Ms. Dennis your support, tweet at us at THS News TV. For more updates on teachers being recognized around our school, keep tuning in. For THS TV, I'm Michaela
Brady with a look at how the Spanish classes are making an international connection in today's What's Right with Our Schools.
Hallways earlier this week may have noticed some unfamiliar faces. 4 Colombian teachers have been shadowing Spanish teachers around our school in search to find an easier way to teach students a new language. In their case, they will be teaching English as a second language to students in their home country.
I teach English in high school, La Normal Superior María Inmaculada of Manaure, Cesar. I love English. For this reason, I learn many things about language, this language, for improve my level, my listening, my speaking, and when I come back to my school, I teach all that I am learning.
Do you have a story of what's right with our schools? Tweet us at THS News TV on Twitter, and your class could be featured on an upcoming show. Now, something that was not in that story that I would like to mention is, first of all, I'm in Spanish, and something that we did is we actually played charades that day in Spanish because we were trying to show the Colombian teachers a different way to teach their students without technology because they don't have computers.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot right with our school right now, but there's also a lot wrong with our world.
Yes.
McDonald's, what's going on, Constance?
I'll tell you more about that in today's entertainment. Still to come on THS TV, I'll tell you the Oxford Dictionary's odd choice of this year's Word of the Year.
I'll tell you all the ways to prevent getting sick this flu season.
your Warrior weather. Right now, the current temperature in Alabaster is 59 degrees. If you plan on going to a playoff game tonight, be sure to dress warm. Tomorrow, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 64 and a low of 32. Sunday, the sun will be shining all day long, but even though the sun is out, doesn't mean that it'll be hot. The high is in the low 50s. To start off the week next week on Monday, expect sunny skies with a high of 54 and a low of 32. That's all for today's weather. Now to Constance with today's entertainment update.
Phelps is about to be a daddy. The Olympic swimmer took to Instagram to share the news that he and fiancée Nicole Johnson are expecting their first child, and they just found out they're going to have a baby boy. A blossoming family is a positive turn for Phelps, who has faced some controversy over the last several years. Now he is maintaining his sobriety until after the 2016 Olympics and can't help but reflect on the many positives it's brought him. Being a first-time dad will surely add to all of the positivity. Congrats to the happy couple. Last month, Wendy's released their 4 for $4 meal deal, and McDonald's is trying to pick up the pace for competition. McDonald's has recently announced that they will do away with the dollar menu and introduce the McPick 2. This meal deal will consist of a McDouble, a McChicken, a small fry, and mozzarella sticks. Customers will be able to pick 2 of these items for just $2. This will be available in the U.S. for a 5-week trial run starting January 4th.
When I'm broke and I only have like $1, then I guess I won't eat food and I'll just be hungry. When I'm broke
word of the year is not a written word, but a heavily used photo pictograph in today's smartphones. Follow reporter Madeline Sermons as she shares the madness of today's lingo.
Surprisingly, this year's word of the year isn't actually a word at all. According to the Oxford Dictionary, it is the laughing emoji, the face with the tears of joy. It is an interesting move for the Oxford, and in trying to find some kind of explanation and logic behind it, one could try and even justify it with the reason that pictures were an early form of language. There are 2 sides to whether people like the word of the year.
Okay, the word of the year. Well, I actually think it's okay because that's become like a really big thing now. We hardly use words anymore. We really use emojis, so I think we should really keep it as the word of the year because it really shows like a specific type of emotion that we feel towards like a specific event or something like that. So I think it's great that it's the word of the year.
Last year, the word of the year was vape. So what changed, you ask? Why is what many are asking, and Oxford Dictionaries explain their reason for the choice. Instead of choosing a traditional word or expression, Oxford Dictionaries has chosen an example of this type of pictograph script to represent the sharp increase in popularity of emojis across the world in 2015. What do you think about the not so very wordy word of the year? Tweet us at THS News TV on Twitter. For THS TV, I'm Madeline Sermons.
That's all for today's entertainment. Tune in on Tuesday when reporter Sarah Jones has a scoop on the 2-part finale of season 21 of Dancing with the Stars. Now to Madeline with today's Health Corner.
Cold and flu season is upon us, and it's starting, and it's time to recommends a yearly flu vaccine for everyone 6 months of age and older, as it is the first and most important step in protecting against the disease. You can also take everyday preventative actions like staying away from sick people and washing your hands to reduce the spread of germs. If you are sick with the flu, stay home from work or school to prevent spreading it to others. Getting the recommended amount of 7 hours of sleep per night can also reduce your chances of getting a cold. That's all for today's Health Corner. Tune in every week for more health tips. I know everyone here at Thompson is so proud of both teachers we've recognized recently, Mr. Copes with his Lifetime Achievement Award and Miss Dennis with Teacher of the Year.
Yeah, you have to be really dedicated and passionate about what you do. I mean, you have 4,000 community service hours. That's really good and outstanding. And then Miss Dennis, she's passionate about news team.
She puts up with us.
Yeah.
And she told us not to give a shout out, but we went ahead and did it anyways. If you would like to nominate a teacher for I Am the Difference, you can always tweet us at THS News TV on Twitter.
That's all for today's news.
Tune in on Tuesday to find out, to see a preview of one Thompson alum's upcoming album.
And follow us on Twitter for updates on events happening at THS next week.
Have a great day.
You used to call me on my. You used to. Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you